Hello and welcome to the Pointless Distractions podcast. Road to Thanksgiving. I'm just fucking with you. We're not doing that. We're not going to stretch this out for a month. Anyway, I'm your host, Kyle Draper. With me,
Graham Bergeron.
Scott Westerman.
And Enrico Palazzo.
Why'd you have to fuck that? The first time I was going to give that to you, and you ruined it.
All right, it's Pat Draper.
All right, Pat's here again. So, boys, Thanksgiving.
Whoa.
Halloween is over. You all fucked up.
Uh-oh.
Halloween is over. So, how was your guys's? Because I was just telling you I did nothing outside of work. So, Scott, let's start off with you.
Start off with me. Okay. Trick or treat was actually Thursday night. They never actually have it on actual Halloween around here for some reason, I guess, so the adults can go out and party. But it was pretty fun. My 10-year-old dressed up as Master Chief from Halo, so that was fun. Got a lot of hoots and hollers from a bunch of people that was out for that. Our neighborhood was actually pretty packed with kids this year. It was kind of nice. I took him out. He had a couple of his friends in the neighborhood that he wanted to go around with. So we went out, got the candy, did all that. He got about halfway through the neighborhood and decided it was time to go home. So he wanted to come back and see how much candy we had left, apparently. So he brought his friends back to our place, and then he just kind of went inside and disappeared. Like, okay. And then turns out his older brother found out that just down the street on our little loop that we live on, one of the neighbors had the full size candy bars. So he was like, all right. So he threw his costume back on and went back down there, two houses down to get those. But it was pretty fun. We actually only had about 10 minutes of rain at the beginning, which is unusual for us. It seems to always rain or snow on freaking Halloween around here. So it wasn't bad. Actually, it kind of warmed up and it wasn't too bad. The actual day of Halloween, we went out for Heidi's birthday because their birthday is actually on October 28th. So we just went to the restaurant, had a couple beers, went to one of the breweries afterwards, had a couple beers there. And it was a pretty uneventful night. Good times.
I remember when I was a kid, I was so obsessed with like getting the full candy bars or going to like Sam's Club and seeing the cases. Like someday when I have money as an adult, I'm going to buy that. I've never done that one time.
That's how you know you made it big.
Yeah. There's a daycare that attached to our church, and they did a trunk or treat like 2 weeks ago. And so I went to that, and I just bought like 2 cases of full candy.
Wait, what the hell is trunk or treat? I keep seeing that like more and more. I have no
idea. Everybody pulls up to the parking lot, decorate their cars or trucks or SUVs or whatever with Halloween stuff, and they just hand out candy there.
It's Halloween tailgating.
Yeah, basically.
So the kids don't actually have to walk around?
Right, yeah, they just go from car to car to car. And like
how the fuck is that fun?
Because you get lots of candy.
Okay.
And the adults get half in the wrapper while they're doing it.
I finally the old fogey. In my day, we actually had to walk a block to get some candy.
Well, like I said, this one was at the daycare attached to our church, so there were no adults getting sloppy, unfortunately.
Damn it.
I saw a few out when we were trick or treating on Thursday, though. I saw a lot of solo cups and tumblers and things that I'm sure had adult beverages in them.
Pat, do you get any trick or treaters out in God's country?
No. So there's a road like, I don't know, a quarter mile from here, and there's a good amount of houses. They get them, but there's no reason to come down my house because it's my house. Then a quarter mile is another one, and then the only other house is my neighbor, and he's a half mile up the driveway. So
from like old man Draper's house, they always hear you like a fucking drunk and.
He's always passed out in the driveway, nude.
That's Graham's job.
No, I'm never passed out. I'm running.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, through the woods. Now you're fucking up your own joke.
You messed up the lore.
No zombies coming out of your cemetery.
Nope, not like that I saw.
No ghosts, no goblins.
Nope, maybe after hours, after I went to bed, but I didn't see anything.
The only zombie going around his house was him stumbling around without a CPAP.
That was last night.
Ooh. I can't breathe. What about you, Graham? How was your Halloween?
It was fine. We took the kids to my sister-in-law's, in-laws neighborhood. They live in a pretty nice neighborhood, maybe 25 minutes from us. And we trick-or-treated for an hour, but it was cold and it was windy, and Spencer wasn't having that fun a time, so we called it a little early.
What did the kids go as?
Julia was Minnie Mouse and Spencer was a super kitty from the
that?
It's a TV show called Super Kitties, where they're cats who have superpowers.
Nice.
He has watched the show maybe like 3 times, but he saw the costume and he wanted it, and sure.
I recognize that. Let me be that.
I guess it's as good as my Thundercats Mumra costume when I was in preschool.
Well, it was really funny because
Mumra.
before we went to get costume, he wanted to be a shark. That's all he wanted. Every time we asked him, like, what do you want to be for Halloween? I want to be a shark. I'm gonna be a shark. So we go to the Halloween store, and I find him a shark costume, and I'm like, I found a shark costume for you, thinking he'd be like super excited, and he's like, oh my god, I can be a super kitty. Sure.
Like,
Whatever.
sorry, son, now you gotta learn about commitment, so you're gonna be a fucking shark. No!
Oh, I don't. If he wants to be a super kitty, he can be a super kitty. It's like, but you know, you're talking about the giant size candy bars. Even as an adult, that is still exciting. Like, we got home and I sat with him on the carpet and showed him the joy of just like dumping out your Halloween sack
candy.
and like going through everything. And he got like 5 full-size candy bars, and it's still, as an adult, like super exciting. Like, oh my god!
I don't think that actually ever did happen to me.
Really?
No, I don't.
The neighborhood that we went to was like a pretty nice neighborhood. So
Did you fly out to fucking Calabasas or something? Where were you?
no, it was like
Hollis?
it
Hollis
was
is
close to
just
Hollis,
funny.
like South Nashua, and it was super exciting. And he had fun until he got cold. There wasn't quite as much alcohol as when we go in like Cam's mom's neighborhood, but there definitely was. We went to a house that had Jello shots for the adults,
That's cool.
so that was a fun little treat.
It's Tangelo, not even with alcohol.
Oh no, there was alcohol.
Yeah. Now, have you ever trick-or-treated where you live on the west side, or is that too, like, not calling out your neighborhood, but is that, like, too sketchy for you?
We live too close to like a main road, so that there aren't a lot of like.
Pat, he's, like, right over by CMC.
Yeah, there isn't like
And McGregor?
Like, 2 blocks from that, right?
Okay.
No, we're a little farther down. We're like South Main Street
Okay.
is close to us, so it's there's a neighborhood, but we'd probably have to walk like 10 minutes to get there. So we just, it's not even worth it. We just go to Cam's mom's usually.
Yeah, we had a lot of people invading our neighborhood too, I think, because Parker was calling them out. He's like, hey, you don't live in this neighborhood, because he lives kids from school, and he'd see him.
He's growing up to be like, Daddy, get off my lawn.
Yeah, I was like, sweet, that's my boy. But it was fun. There were a lot of kids out, and a lot of people handing out candy, so it was a good night.
This isn't your neighbor.
Get out of my yard, lame-o.
Yeah, I was on the front yard of the shotgun. Get off my lawn.
Can I interject real quick?
Sure.
Speaking of full-size candy bars, remember back in the day, like kids would sell candy bars for like a fundraiser?
Mm-hmm.
I had the, what are they, 100 grand? Is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, they used to be my favorite.
And one night, my dad ate like half the goddamn box. And I had to somehow come up with money to offset that. And he had like stuffed all the freaking wrappers somewhere behind the chair. I'm like, where the hell did they all go? And he tried to deny eating them. Kyle, you didn't even know that. Literally ate half the freaking box.
Oh, I'm glad you're saying that, like, on a fucking podcast all of a sudden. Like, I didn't even know it.
And he didn't pay for him at all. He just like, you're going to come up with the money
Yeah,
for
it's
that?
probably IOU.
Wow.
I literally just thought of that. Hadn't thought of it in years. So
Oh, that's funny.
yeah.
That's usually
Yeah.
the opposite that happens. That's what the kids do to the parents. They'll do stupid shit like that.
Nope.
Wow.
It was opposite.
That's funny.
What does a
100
100
gram-
grand bar even taste like?
They had
I mean,
like
I've
crisp
seen them.
rice and stuff and like caramel.
Crisp
and-
rice and caramel, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, chocolate. They used to be really good, and when Nestle, I think it was Nestle made them. I can't remember. But apparently they sold them to Ferrara Dan or whatever the hell that company is.
How
and
the
now
fuck would you know that? What
Because
are you, Slugworth?
Because I used to eat the hell out of those
Like
things.
Lord
And
Sizzler?
He knows like who it was sold to.
well, I got some recently because I was like,
It was
these
sold
don't
to a
taste like they
Danish
used to.
company.
Yeah, now they taste like shit. The chocolate is absolute garbage, and I'm just like, this used to be my favorite candy bar, and now I can't even eat
Right.
them because they're garbage.
I could picture what it tastes like, but I haven't had one in forever since those Danes took over.
So I went and looked them up, and it was I think it was Ferrara Pan or Ferrara Dan or whoever it is that makes the lemon heads and all that shit. I think.
Right.
And they're terrible now.
That's what we got to do next Halloween, a candy trivia quiz with Scott. It's like, who invented the Necco wafer? It's like, Schlon's Necco.
Strange nickel.
Those are the worst.
Ugh, you get those in your bag, you're like, ugh.
Ugh,
Who bought these?
They're like
They
chalky
still,
discs.
I know they do, but they still make those. Like, where do you buy those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What sadistic child-hating person gave this to my kid for Halloween? Come on.
Just,
Didn't
you can
Dad
find
used to
them
get those, and then like in a wax sleeve?
yeah, they're terrible. They're like chalky discs.
Yeah, Chucky hard discs. Ugh.
They are.
I'm sure those weren't like originally made for people like going to like diabetic shock.
Probably.
They are the worst of the chalky candies.
I don't know. Pez are pretty bad too.
Oh, I love Pez. What's wrong with you?
I prefer Smarties.
Oh, Smarties. I could eat those all day long. In fact, we did. Just had a few bags of those recently, and
Nice.
we're just pounding them.
Just give me some Velements. Remember those?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, what was the other one? What was the... Wait, maybe that was Velements.
Describe them. But
They
they
were-
were square, but they had like a little indentation.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of,
That was
yeah.
Velements, yeah.
They weren't mints per se. They were more like...
No.
They were officially for, breath, like certs or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to eat them like candy because they were delicious.
What was that candy bar that was split into 5 different pieces and they were different flavors?
Skybar. I brought that up earlier. Skybar.
I don't think I
I saw.
remember that
I
one.
literally saw.
We had
in
an
my-
entire month of Halloween and it's continuing, so I guess we can keep going.
Yeah, definitely Skybar.
All right. So, are any of you guys Bruce Springsteen fans?
Nope.
I like him. I mean, I saw him once at Gillette Stadium, but I went with a buddy and he paid for the ticket. Well, paid for most of it.
Wait, you actually saw Springsteen?
Yeah, in 2017. Yeah, at Gillette.
Why the fuck did you go to that? I feel like I knew that, but I'd forgotten
I liked
about it.
some of his stuff. It was a great. I mean, he played for like 4.5 hours almost.
I don't know if you
Yep.
guys heard about his new movie, but I guess it's currently
Oh, yeah.
bombing at the box office.
Hank
Oh, it's out? I didn't know. I see commercials for it all the time, but I didn't know the release date because I usually flip the channel or just ignore it or skip the ad whenever I see the stupid commercial because I can't stand Bruce Springsteen. Well, he's okay. I just don't understand people's fascination with him. Like the people that are fans are psycho fans and they follow him around
Yeah.
the country like fish and stuff. And it's keep track of all the set lists and all this kind of. I'm just like, he's like an average talent at best. I'm like,
Yeah, he's fine.
I don't get it.
Well, nobody does because the movie's sitting at 59% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the reviews I saw that says it's just dull and nobody cares.
No, just like
Like-
his music.
Yeah, exactly.
mean-
like he's a good dude, but
He's just not interesting. enough.
No,
What I
the
don't
story.
get is why did they choose and I'm not saying anything about his music because I'm a casual Bruce Springsteen fan. But they chose the most boring person to do this biopic for. Like, I have never heard a Bruce Springsteen song and thought, like, I want to know more about this guy. Like, I feel like you get everything you need to know from his music. Like, you have a Queen and you hear Freddie Mercury and you're like, I want to know more about that guy. Like, I bet that guy has an interesting story. But Bruce Springsteen, I feel like he tells the story through the music. Like, I don't need to know more about him.
I mean, I guess if he had died tragically at some point, it'd be more interesting. But he's probably like 80 now and still making music, so that doesn't help.
I will say he did have a fun Super Bowl show a few years ago.
Yeah, like, he's a fine artist. I just don't... Like, I don't need to know his backstory. I don't need to see a biopic.
The major complaint about the movie is it's not just about his life; it's about specifically him making the Nebraska album. I did have to look up what year that came out. I think 1983. But that's the whole movie is that year. It's not about his like childhood or when he gets big. It's the album before he gets big. And the hits from that album are Nebraska and Atlantic City. I didn't know any of those songs. What about you, Pat, as the resident like music guy?
I mean, I've heard the songs like pop up here and there, but they're nothing that I listen to with any, on any regular basis. So, like, I'm a casual fan, But yeah, I heard that movie is just boring and just drawn out, and hence the reviews.
It's no Buddy Holly movie. Did you guys ever see that one with
Gary Busey?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's a
Never
good
actually seen that.
that's a good movie.
I haven't seen that in forever.
Not even gonna mention La Bamba,
I love that movie.
even though that only covers him being famous for like 6 months.
Yeah.
What other good like music movies? Graham mentioned the Queen one. That was good.
Doors.
Well,
is
I mean,
pretty
they're
decent.
making the 4 separate Beatles biopics.
Oh, they are? I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, they're making one for each It's going to be like a connected universe where they're going to have the 4.
And then they're going to form the Avengers at the end.
Yeah. Movie 5 is the rooftop concert.
Yeah. They've reached their
I
full
want
power.
you. But Pat, what's your favorite song? Is it that creepy one? Hey, little girl, is your daddy?
That's
super creepy.
That's I'm on fire.
Yeah.
My favorite is Brilliant.
What about the Philadelphia one? Or was that what
from
it's
the movie
called?
Philadelphia?
Streets of Philadelphia.
Streets of Philadelphia. That was a good one. I also like Born to Run. I like, but probably my favorite is Brilliant Disguise.
So one thing I was talking to you guys about earlier, if we wanted to cover some of our vacations from childhood and like adult life. Obviously, Pat and I always have stories, interesting vacation stories, but I want to see if you guys had anything either, because we've had definitely some very odd vacations, Pat.
Right. Yeah. Great stories about lackluster destinations.
Well, we've had some good ones.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you start it off with Amish country? Because I was there, right?
boy.
But I'm definitely too young to even remember. I just remember them talking about how hot it was.
This is a real vacation. Amish country?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
People go there.
Kyle, I'm just trying to think. This must have been before we moved to Virginia, right? Because I think that's what we visited Virginia, and then Dad really liked it, and then we moved down there. So I don't know. It's probably 86 to 87 ish.
Well, thank God he didn't love Amish country and we moved there.
No, we literally just went there. We went to that
Yeah,
what's
fucking
that
Mennonite.
buffet? The smorgasbord buffet, Good and Plenty or whatever. So we literally spent like 2 or 3 days.
Are you making that up?
No, it's literally look it up. It was called Good and Plenty or the Good and Plenty. It's a giant like smorgasbord buffet. So we would just go to Lancaster County.
I know about Shady Maple. It's like the world's biggest.
Yeah, we would stay at this like little like hotel. Like all the rooms are in a row, and we would just go and drive around Amish country. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? But yeah,
It once.
I think the hottest I ever felt was there. I think it was 115 or 116. So we're just in the room
Oof.
with the AC cranking. Yeah,
That
but I don't
sounds
really
fun.
know why we went down there. I think our destination was going.
Well, that's
down
like
to
a
Virginia.
yuppie thing that you would do is go to Amish country, right?
Not in that freaking hotel.
Oh,
Six of us in this freaking.
Pat,
It
get
looked
your
like
get
one
your strength
king-size
up. We're gonna
bed.
do a barn raising soon.
It literally looked like the equivalent of the hotel or motel in freaking Bates Motel. Just that kind of,
Well, a motel is
And-
where you drive up to it, and like Bates Motel and a hotel is
Yeah.
when it's like multiple floors.
No, exactly, yeah. But I don't even know why we went down there. But I think the final destination was just going down to Virginia to visit the Civil War battlefield.
So as an adult,
Oh,
you would
okay.
be interested in Amish country if it wasn't.
I mean,
That
I went
wasn't-
up there for work a few years ago, and I mean, it's kind of cool to see how they're still living traditionally and all that stuff. But like as a kid, I didn't give two shits about that place.
Right.
Obviously,
But
That's
look
like,
up.
where's the gift shop? I want one of those brooms made of Scott,
Yeah,
any
that's
interesting trips? We can go back and forth.
You guys went on vacation, think is? Wow. We were poor white trash living on the pig farm, so the only 2 vacations I remember even taking as a kid were the first one was we drove down and stayed overnight, which we never ever did, and went to Kings Island when it was still I guess it was Hanna-Barbera land at the time, in the kids section, and I got to ride the Scooby-Doo roller coaster.
Kings Island. What year was this?
Kings Island's still open, but it was, I don't know, I was 4 or 5. Probably. No, that wouldn't have been when I rode the Scooby-Doo roller coaster then.
So it was all Hanna-Barbera themed.
No, Kings Island, well, the kids section there was like the full theme park with all the normal stuff, and then there was like the kids section they always have, and it was Hanna-Barbera themed at the
The
time.
Jetsons. And
Yeah.
Good and Plenty closed in 2021, by the way, guys. If you were.
Oh,
Oh fuck,
I know.
we're gonna do a road trip there now.
nope. But yeah. So,
Did you go on the
guess-
Huckleberry Hound fucking?
I don't remember
bumper
much
cars?
of it at all. I remember they had like a tunnel of love or something. Huckleberry ham cars.
Grape Ape.
Grape ape. They had the,
Was McGilla Gorilla part of that?
I don't know.
1 inch high private eye.
But yeah, it was. And I just remember that because we stayed at a hotel and they had a pool, and that was actually the best part of the vacation. Got to float around in one of those little blow up rings with a horse head on it.
That was gonna be one of my notes. That
Oh, yeah.
anytime we went anywhere, like our parents were like, we're gonna stop here, and Dad would be like, no, they don't have a pool, and we'd go like an extra 30 minutes to make
30
sure
miles
there's
out of the
always
way.
a pool for us.
Like this place
Yeah.
is an utter shithole. It looks like a bunch of termites holding hands, but they got a pool.
Sweet.
Stop complaining now. That was like we were all about that. It had to have a
Oh, of
fucking
course.
pool, or
No,
there'd be
of
hell
course.
to pay for our parents. I'm sure.
I know.
Yeah, I might be mixing up my Kings Island trips or something because I know we only stayed overnight the one time, and I just remember the pool from that. And I think they had like one of those Tunnel of Love kind of things at the time. I don't think they even have that anymore.
Another
It wasn't a
good
Tunnel of
Springsteen
Love, but it
song.
was like it was like animatronic stuff and all that. But
A
I don't.
tunnel
I think I would have been too young to go on
the
the
Kung Fu Fooey Tunnel of Love.
Yeah,
No, isn't it Hong Kong food?
Hong Kong Fooey.
Hong Kong Fooey.
Number one super guy.
All right, Graham. First vacation you can remember?
I mean, our family took yearly vacations to Bike Week up in Laconia. We would
Oh, look,
stay.
there's titties everywhere.
We would stay there
What?
for.
Woo!
We would stay there for race weekend. Well, so there was like the family campground and the like adult campground, and we only stayed at the adult campground like once or twice, but that was some
Too many titties.
I mean, I definitely saw more than I should have at that age. We
more than one?
stopped taking that vacation when my sister became a teenager for unknown reasons.
What? Okay.
She would just, like, even at like 13, she would get hit on by like drunk
Oh my
biker
gosh.
guys, and
that-
so that
that's
happened for like one weekend. And my mom was like, "We're never staying up there again."
Oh my.
Kyle and I grew up 20 minutes from there.
It wasn't us,
25
though, I
minutes
swear.
from the Weirs.
Yeah. Was your dad?
No, I mean, I have.
Dad, leave her alone. No, that wouldn't match up age-wise.
So
I
was
mean,
he?
I have fun stories there, but
Oh, I can't fucking stand bikers.
it's
That bike week would be the worst fucking thing you could possibly
Mhm.
put me in.
So what did you do? I mean, you said there were races and stuff, but other than that, it was like,
hill-
what would you do
hill
during
climb.
Bike Week?
yeah,
Oh,
we
those
would
are fun.
we would go to the hill climb.
What the fuck is that?
It's at Gunstock, right?
It's so there is this like very steep dirt hill, and there would be a competition to see how far people could get up the hill in their dirt bike.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just an entire afternoon of watching people try to get their dirt bike up an almost 90-degree hill.
Yeah, they're usually like straight up.
Yeah. That was fun. Between races, you could go to like the pit in the middle of the track, and there was like you could meet the racers and get posters and stuff and merch. It was fun. I mean, it was never a vacation that I was excited to take, but like I have fond memories of it.
I mean, personally, that sounds horrible, but
It was a thing that my dad really liked, and I was very young, so I wanted to be into it also.
all right, Pat, here's one that you're going to have to fill in if you can again, because I was super young, but I do kind of remember this. Fort Ticonderoga.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't. Well, we went.
That's New York, upstate New York?
Yeah. You were like probably what, 2, 3, maybe?
No, if I kind of remember, I remember the story, like
All right, maybe 4.
I
don't know.
remember seeing the...
Yeah, because Fort Ticonderoga.
It would have been right before, like, maybe in preschool, before kindergarten. So
Okay. Yeah, so you go up to like Burlington, Vermont, and then you up that way. Then you basically take the ferry over, and we're at Fort Ticonderoga because my dad loved like history and anything to do with military history. And they had this massive like model of the fort, and Kyle had a fucking meltdown because he wanted to take the model home with him,
Uh-huh.
and he's like,
Like, I thought it was, like, for sale, or
Yeah.
you could, like, just get that, even
this
though
thing
it
was the size of my kitchen.
it was like a Smithsonian, like, you know, $55,000.
Yeah, and Kyle's like losing it. We had to leave. He said, "I want it."
Yeah,
All right, going back to it, Pat. There's a weird thing we did, visiting monks. What was that all about?
It's because mom and dad tried to pretend they were like deeply religious, but for the most part, once we left Franklin, because we went to church every single Sunday, and I was in Catholic school. After that,
Yeah, we were talking about that
we
last
never,
week.
we
but,
never went again.
but why go like visit monks? Because like, where was that monastery when we were kids? How far from the house was that? I felt like we were there all the time.
Wait, we're talking how far from the one in Virginia or the one
Yeah,
in New
no, in
Hampshire?
Virginia.
That was in Berryville, so it was probably hour and a half, hour and 45.
That was 2 hours away from our house. We were there that often.
Yeah.
So we go, Scott and Graham, we go for whatever reason.
While you're
to
talking
this-
about it, I'm going to confirm. Hold
This
on.
big monastery, and they sold like bread. The bread was bomb. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, and they also
that
made
shit
that
was
honey.
good, right?
They did the creamed honey as well.
And they made like all these jams and preserves and all these gifts. But like we were there all the time, and
Are you sure you're not mixing this up with Amish country?
I'm sure. I guess our parents are just really fucking old school. I mean, I'm sure it's fun to go there once or twice, but
Right.
probably 10, 11, 12 times there.
Oh,
yeah, where I grew up on the farm, like 20 minutes from there was a town called Kenton, and there's a lot of Amish around there. Amish or Mennonite, I don't remember which, but it was pretty cool because we'd always go over there to do our, grocery shopping or whatever, and there'd be like signs for buggies on the road, and you'd actually get stuck behind a buggy on this 2-lane road. Like, okay, when do I get to pass this guy? You'd pull up to like the Kroger, the TGY. Yeah, you'd pull up to like the Kroger, and there'd be like buggies, like all like horse and buggies all tied up outside, like 3 or 4 of them at a time. Usually, it was pretty funny.
Yeah. Kyle, it was 86 miles, an hour and 48 minutes.
Oh
from
my gosh,
Fredericksburg to Berryville. Yeah.
better be some really good.
Because they were, what is it, Trappist monks or whatever, like
Yeah,
Belgian.
they're Trappist.
Oh, that's why they went there.
They also had those freaking.
Yeah, we didn't get any beer. We were fucking. Did
Remember
they
all
have
the?
alcohol there?
No, they didn't make beer there. And then they had all the they had all those different tapes of them singing. Remember?
Yeah.
And Mom would like be jamming out to that stuff in the house.
I mean,
She'd come
monks
on.
are cool, I guess. I meant, but like,
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
They're pretty
you
cool.
just sit around and work and drink and
Yeah, and then
don't
when we
bother
lived
anybody.
then
They were
when we
always
lived
like
in-
super nice and shit.
Yeah. Before we moved to Virginia, we used to go to see the other monks up in Weston, Vermont, and that's like 2.5 hours.
Weston Priory.
Weston Priory, yeah,
Probably prepping for your entrance.
probably,
Like we're still awaiting Brother Pat.
yeah.
He's on sabbatical.
Give him the Friar Tuck haircut.
All right, whose turn is it to talk about a vacation then? Come on.
All right, so when I was
Graham's
in
turn.
second grade, I think the biggest vacation we ever took was we drove to Florida. Again, it was like for a motorcycle thing. My dad wanted to see the Daytona 200, but we had family down there, so we went for a whole week, which was great. We missed like a week of school. Drove down there nonstop. My parents just took shifts. We
Were you
rented.
singing the whole time?
We rented a minivan so that
That's all-
like me and my
that's a haul
sister
for
could
kids, though. Oh, what?
so we could nap in the back seat.
Yeah.
That was a great trip. Like I said, we had family down there, so we stayed at like my dad's brother's house. We were near Jacksonville, so we went to like the big Jacksonville Zoo and stuff. We went to Daytona Beach. Great trip. I remember the day we came back, we went in like February, which was crazy because it's so weird traveling to like a warmer climate because, we left in a snowstorm, drove down to Florida. It's 70 degrees and everyone in Florida is like in sweatshirts and pants.
Yeah, because
Like no one's at the
it's
beach
cold
because
for
it's
them.
winter time down there. And we're like, we just left a blizzard. It was 25 degrees at our house. We got
I feel like
home.
it's any vacation I've flown out to, it's just like you come back and it's snow everywhere.
Yeah, we got
we
home.
went to San Diego.
We got home on a school day and it was snowing, but we still had school. But I remember our parents let us stay home.
Oh, what's another
think-
day after you're off for a week?
I thought you were gonna say you were like drove for 2 days and like, nah, you're going this morning. But we just got home.
I can't keep my eyes open.
No, they let us stay home. It was a really fun trip.
Noise.
Kyle's been in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it was a shithole, and I was there in August.
Yeah. Oh,
That was the worst heat I've ever felt. Well, Mexico is pretty bad, but I think overall with humidity, because I was like on the Mayan coast. Like I don't know how they did it. One of the worst sunburns on my feet that I've ever had.
Oh, those are bad.
Because I was covering up the whole time, but
blisters.
yeah, but I'd keep going in the water and forgot to cover my feet completely.
Yep.
That was brutal. But yeah, Jacksonville's a fucking shithole.
I don't think I've ever been
Well,
there.
I had fun. That was
No,
the
you were in
vacation.
second grade. Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually never been to Florida. I've been to Hawaii 3 times somehow, but never been to Florida.
Really?
No, I think the Jacksonville Zoo was probably the highlight of that trip.
So what is there to do in Daytona though? You're just there for races and that's it?
Yeah, I mean, we went to the races. We went to the beach, hung out with family. I don't remember a ton from the trip. I remember the most from the day that we went to Daytona Beach.
Well, Pat and I never remember the beach because that's like we did a lot of shit, but our parents never brought us
Never,
there. They
ever.
were not interested in it.
We literally never once went to Virginia Beach, and we lived
8 years.
maybe 2 hours from there.
And don't you hate and Pat hates the beach now, right? Like,
I don't
Really?
hate it, but
when was the last
like,
time you were actually out on the sand?
a year ago we went to Hawaii, Sarah and I.
Yeah, that's fucking Hawaii though. But like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about like Hampton Beach,
Like actually down there.
like in the water.
Oh shit, 20 years ago.
Exactly. They ruined it. Yeah, that's wild though. And we never went to like I don't know Myrtle Beach or something.
I mean, that was a bit more of a haul, but not even Virginia Beach, which is
Oh, if there wasn't a fucking battle there, we're not going.
Right.
yeah.
All right, Scott's turn.
Like I said, when we were little, we didn't really take vacations. We'd maybe go to Cedar Point for a day or Kings Island for a day, or we'd go camping at a state park for like the weekend or something. But the only other vacation I can actually remember, I think it was the first time I ever went out of state too. We went up to Michigan to, I think it's in Dearborn, Michigan, and we went to the Henry Ford Museum.
hmm I was gonna say Ford.
Woo!
Wait, how old were you at this point?
Probably 9 or 10.
10 years old and finally leaving the state.
Yeah, finally got to
Jeez.
leave the state. Well, one
All
other
right, you're
time,
a big boy now.
I'm a big boy now. Yeah, I shortly after. No, it must have been before that. I must have been like 8 or 9, maybe 8. Because I know a couple years after that, when I was like 10 or 11, I rode to Indiana with my uncle to pick up a truck. So that was the second
Oh,
time
yeah.
I've been out of the state.
Great.
And another
Did you go to
time,
Upper Peninsula.
He came
no,
back and they're calling him a city slicker.
I don't know wherever the museum was. That's all we stayed at. It was Deerfield Village, I think it's called Deerfield Village and Henry Ford Museum or something like that. So yeah,
In
got to see a bunch
Indiana,
of
Terre Haute.
Terre Haute. So yeah, not too exciting. I mean, it was kind of cool just to say we actually left the state at the time. We also had some cousins that lived up there in that area, but so I think a couple years after that, we went up and visited them one time. But yeah, I was a very sheltered kid until I joined the Army. I'd only been out of the state like 3 times in my life, and then I just flew to
Send you
Oklahoma.
Germany. Where's
Yeah,
that?
then I went to basic training in Oklahoma and then flew over to Germany for 2 years. So it was kind of like, all right,
Yeah.
it's a change.
Pat, remember Steve Masua? So he I don't think until he was in
Of course
his
I remember
mid 20s he had ever left New Hampshire or Mass. I think he had only been to Maine to go to Kittery like one time,
Which is
And
right
then-
over the border. Yeah.
and then he was next to Vermont and just crossed in and then crossed back just to say he did that.
We
Imagine
did
being
that
like
once.
25.
We did that once. We went down to Cincinnati to Kings Island. We drove across the border into Kentucky just to say I'd been to Kentucky. Drove in. I think we might have eaten at like McDonald's or something, and then came back.
Scott's just checking them off.
Yeah, ooh, I got 3 states on my list now. I got
Next
Indiana,
time I'm
Michigan,
going to
and Kentucky.
Iowa.
Nah, that's too far.
God, that's probably the last state I'd want to go to.
Yeah, like statewide, I
Kansas.
hadn't been to many. We'd
Kansas would be it for me.
went to spring break in college down in Florida to Panama City Beach, and then I guess the year before that, we flew up to Alaska to see my brother. So it's like I'd been to Alaska and Florida and like the states around here and like Texas and Oklahoma when I was in the Army. And that was about it. So it was like, geez. Now I've been to a lot more states just from driving places. I guess that'd be my next story. Driving to Myrtle Beach. My oldest kid was, I think, 1, and we drove down to Myrtle Beach, and he was sick or something. He cried the whole way. Oh my gosh, it was bad. So
That was the last time you ever saw him.
Yeah.
He dropped-
Oops.
Somewhere in the ocean.
Yep. But he was being cranky all the way down. We were cranky when we got there and everything. And he used to be a nice puker when he was little. He had some kind of cyst in his throat or something. And yeah, so it was kind of funny because we were gonna have surgery to get that removed, and the doctor looked at it. It's like, okay, cool, let's schedule the surgery. Fine, this is probably gonna take care of all the puking and all that. And we scheduled it. We show up to the thing. We get to the hospital. It's like it was gone. He'd been living with the thing for like 2 or 3 years, and as soon as they scared it away with surgery, it's like, nope, going to disappear now. It was like,
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Yeah, it was weird. But anyway, we show up in Myrtle Beach, and we're just kid had already barfed on me once. And then we had to change the diaper, and then I got pooped on, or I got peed on when he was doing that. And then we're sitting on the beach, and I'm finally calm. I'm having a beer. We're sitting in the sand. We got a little chairs. Seagull flies over and shits on
I was
me.
going to say a bird shit on you. I could see it coming.
So I just fucking lost it because I was already cranky as hell. And I was
You
like, I
just
got
jumped
pooped on, I got shit on, puked on, and pissed on today. I'm like, what's going on?
You just jumped in the ocean, tried to drown yourself. Like, it's only a foot deep.
Yeah, I'm sure I looked like a complete maniac because I really was. I just freaking lost my mind. As that, already been peed on, already been puked on, got the trifecta. Luckily, nobody like spermed on me.
He's like, my suffering is comparable to our Lord Jesus Christ.
I got the stigmata.
I've never heard it referred to as
I got the
spermed on before.
I was trying to keep it clean. Come on.
I got a rope on me.
Yeah, I think stigmata is
Fucking
only
ropes
a
and
Catholic
jizz.
thing.
Oh,
The wounds of Christ.
that's right.
Is it? I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
your church, Scott?
it's like no, we don't know. That's a Catholic
No.
thing.
I feel like his church is Diet Christ. It's just the easier one.
Diet Christ.
I'd rather have that than the.
Yeah, you're not gonna go to hell constantly.
Oh, you're going to hell. Once you're saved, then you're good.
All right, so Pat, I had one up. Sorry, had this pulled up. Oh, Storybook Land, another one you're gonna have. I kind of
Ooh.
remember this.
No, so you're combining two things. So it's Storyland, and there used to be Storybrick Forest. So I think it was.
Well, what was the
Storyland.
one when Aaron's friend was like sick in the car?
That was Storyland. That's up in yeah, it's up in the White Mountains. Yeah,
Can you tell me how long it takes to get there from our house at that point? No, I'm just,
probably at least an hour and a half, not an hour and 45.
so you got to figure all these stupid stories
It's
we're
in
telling.
Jefferson, New
Pat's
Hampshire.
probably 12 years old, and I'm like 6, maybe, right?
I was probably a little less because 12 we moved back, so I'd say maybe 11.
So little kids being in a car, hour and a half, 2 hours. Graham would understand.
That was Michelle Stoddard.
Yeah. So what happened?
She got.
I just
car
remember we
sick.
got there, and it was like we were there.
Well, she was getting car sick on the way up, and we were there for how long were we there for?
I don't know. This was like 1987, 88.
So we get all the way up there, and car sick the whole 9 yards, and still sick there. So after like a half an hour, we're like, all right, we're going back. I'm like, what the fuck?
I swear to God, we like got to that castle, got like a picture done, and had to leave.
Yeah.
I was so pissed off. I mean, to me, that might as well have been Disney World at that age.
Nope.
Not as
Take a
good as
picture.
Santa's Village, though.
Weren't the
We had them
Stoddards like a super poor family too?
I don't.
Had like lice.
I don't think they had lice. I mean, nobody in that neighborhood of Hemlock Circle was.
No,
really-
Aaron, our sister, like got a hat from her and got lice from it. Remember that?
Fun.
That's not good. Yeah, Franklin's not exactly the classiest city. There was a major drug bust a few weeks ago, and 36 people were all
Oh, wow.
arrested on fentanyl and heroin and meth charges. Yeah,
Well, if we still lived up there, we'd probably be working in meth lab.
probably.
I have another one, King's Dominion. So was that like an actual theme park?
That's the sister one to Kings Island, right?
Yeah, it's
Like the sister
Is
park?
it?
it might be.
Has that?
But
Does
it's
that have an
big.
Eiffel Tower too?
I'm not sure. They had the Rebel Yell, which they probably don't call it that anymore in this day
I
and
hope
age.
not.
But that was a wooden roller coaster. But it was a pretty legit park. It was less than an hour from us. It was right outside of Richmond.
We never
But
went there once because we
never went
thank
once.
God went to the classier
Busch
Busch
Gardens.
Gardens, Williamsburg. You know,
Oh.
which is like, world class. But I do remember, I think it was 3rd grade. We had a field trip going to King's Dominion. So of course I'm like, yes. Well,
Finally,
super excited. Like I don't know if
Finally,
if I didn't read the fine print that they gave us or what was going on, but we got there and it was like off season and we just like went to like the reptile house and
Oh my gosh.
educational shit. There was not a single ride that we went to.
Nope.
Not even a
that
fucking merry-go-round. I thought we were just going to a theme park. I thought it was like what's that movie? Fucking Summer School with Mark Harmon that we're just gonna go like ride roller coaster.
Woo!
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought I would have gone on a roller coaster at that
Right.
time, but I thought it was gonna be like rides and ice
yeah.
cream.
I think I finally went to King's Dominion the year after I graduated high school, and I went with Matt and Jason, but we never got to go. And it was literally the drive from there to our house to King's Dominion is a shorter drive than it takes me to get to work 5 days a week.
You're all about fucking distances.
And you never.
I know, but I'm just saying we never went.
All right, I think it's Graham's turn.
I mean, other than that, we just did like our 4th of July trip every year it wasn't a trip, but we just went camping every year at like our family's lake house. That was pretty much it for like vacations. I mean, that was every year. It was like 4 or 5 days.
Wait,
Nice.
Pat wants to know what the lake house
Yeah,
is.
where is it? Winnipesaukee? Like,
No, it's
You're talking about the place I've been to.
yeah. So my family owns the only private land like on the lake.
that's cool though.
And so yeah, we have like a whole area every year, like 40, 50 people there,
That
all
sounds
camping out
badass.
for like 4 or 5 days.
Graham's gonna knock me again because I've been there. There is no lake house.
I mean, there's a cabin. No one sleeps in the cabin, but there is a cabin there.
Right.
It
But
was
you'd
at
rather
one point
be outside
a house.
anyways.
I still remember
Right,
that
water
year.
birds.
Jen and I went down for his birthday, and it was like a really nice spot. But the fucking wind, it was so brutally. What month is your birthday?
May. Yeah, it was like
So-
50 degrees in May. It was crazy.
Yeah,
you
but it's
never.
like windy as shit, and we were like, we gotta go in this fucking cabin. I was like, I thought we were just gonna be like chilling at a picnic bench.
Yeah, well, in July it's a lot nicer.
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying that's the one time I was there.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
tunnel.
it's crazy that was what the weather was in May.
But May's a crapshoot in New England, though, especially New Hampshire. You never know.
I like brought a bunch of beers and shit. We weren't even drinking anything. It was like, oh, let's just go inside this fucking cabin.
No, the fourth out there is totally different. There's like a sea of tents. The grill's going like 24/7, and everyone above the age of like 17 is just drunk for 4 days.
That's awesome.
Send Pat out there.
I'll go.
I mean, for legal reasons, I'm gonna say 21.
Yeah.
No one does any
Yeah.
underage drinking out there ever.
no.
It's like he gave the exact address. I mean, I could find it, but I'd have trouble finding it, but it wouldn't be that hard.
How many minutes is it from Pat's house?
From Pat's house? I don't know. He
That
would
I
have
don't
to
even
know the
know.
destination to calculate that.
I'm gonna go with an hour and 17.
I mean, it is gated, so like you can't get in without.
Without
That has to
climbing
factor
over
in that long ass, like, was that like a mile, like, dirt road?
No comment.
Pat, I also have Washington, D.C. Do you have any fond memories of those trips?
Oh, I
Oh,
love.
I heard
going
this
there.
was a good one.
Well, no, we used to always go to the Air and Space or Museum of American History, Museum of Natural History. I always loved going there, so because I was fascinated by, especially the Air and Space. And the reason why we'd go there, you know why? Because the Smithsonian's are all free.
Mm-hmm.
Not because it was 40 minutes from the house.
I don't think it was that little.
It was about 42 minutes, I believe.
With the traffic nowadays in the around the Beltway and stuff, that'd be a 3-hour trip on a busy day. But on paper, it's like 60 miles. I think I'm going to be in Virginia in 2 weeks actually.
Doing what?
Going down. Nate and I are going down for my my birthday. We're gonna go to Richmond for 3 days and hit some breweries and stuff.
I want you to clock your travel and just give us updated times like MapQuest
No,
back in the day.
we're not driving down. It's like an hour and 20 flight, quick and easy.
I remember the big thing about the Air and Space Museum was the Omni Theater or whatever it's called, and then
The Omnimax.
getting astronaut ice cream.
We used to always that, and those astronaut freeze dried hash browns, like the hash brown, like McDonald's patties.
I feel like that was like the
But
ultimate
yes, we don't-
decadence. Like, can we get this? Sure. It was probably like
Sure.
$4 at the time, but still.
Yeah, but no, I definitely remember the ice cream. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That was a big thing. Astronaut
Nice.
ice cream.
I always remember
No.
getting cash from mom and dad to give to the homeless people.
oh,
That was like a pastime.
Oh, no.
But I still
Yeah.
remember like some
Here, little
like,
boy.
some homeless dude like coming up to Erin, my sister, and like not grabbing her, but like reaching for her, and my dad fucking yelling at him and like scaring the fuck out of him. Pat says he doesn't remember it, but I
that I
it
don't remember.
was like at the Capitol or something.
Get your meat hooks off my daughter.
You know,
The guy probably
leave her alone. We're an hour and 12 from home.
Oh, whenever we'd go to Busch Gardens and be like, oh, no, we get to go there and we get some awesome food. Like, no, we're bringing sandwiches.
Do they even let you
Goddamn.
bring food in the park? That seems kind of weird.
Apparently. No, she used to sneak it in a freaking diaper bag.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Here, we're going to eat these sandwiches.
Because I remember going into like that big like Bavarian like beer
Yeah.
hall and like
Yeah, it was
seeing
like a
all
beer
this
hall.
food and like, well, no, we're not getting any of that. And like, oh shit.
Aw.
Knockwurst for you, Kyle.
I want some schnitzel. You're going to eat liverwurst sandwiches.
I just remember I meant, God forbid, but she was always making us chug Gatorade. I was always like pissed at that, but trying to keep us hydrated.
How dare she?
Eat your butter sandwich.
Yeah, you're talking about the Smithsonian's being free. There's nice if you ever come to Ohio. Wright-Patterson
I
Air
will.
Force Base in Dayton
Yeah.
has the like Air and Space Museum, it's kind of their own. It's all like what is it called? It's just Wright-Patterson Air Force Base Museum, I think is what it is.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And it is amazing. They keep adding on like wings like every few years to it. It's got everything from the Wright brothers and balloons and dirigibles all the way up to like modern stuff. There's one of the hangars just has a B-52 in it. You can walk in and go through the whole thing and stuff. It's really cool. They got all the drones. They got the what the heck was that? I can't remember what it's called. The XPF-14 or 1 or something. The Valkyrie, it was like only one of ever 2 supersonic bombers ever made. That one's there. The other one crashed. They have the surviving one. That's really awesome. Cool.
Yeah, the newer Air and Space Museum. When I say new, it's 20 years old, but it's at Dulles Airport, and the Enola Gay's there. There's a SR-71 Blackbird.
Isn't the Spirit of St. Louis there?
Spirit of St. Louis is at the original Air and Space,
isn't it?
Downtown, yeah. But the location at Dulles had, like I said, the Enola Gay, the first ever 707. There's a the Space Shuttle Endeavor's there. There's a bunch of MiGs.
That's got to be the only shuttle left, right?
No, they should. There's
some of the other ones. Probably some.
But there was only 4 in total, and then or 3. Columbia, Challenger,
and the Challenger.
Yeah, I remember because Wright-Pat was one of the potential destinations for that last one when they retired it, but they didn't get it, unfortunately. But it's got like presidential planes, like old Air Force Ones and stuff.
That's badass. I want to check that out one day. That's awesome.
It's got the one that they flew Kennedy's body back in from Dallas. That one's there.
No shit.
That one's weird to walk in like, this is kind of creepy.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one where LBJ was sworn in as president.
I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, can you go inside of it?
Yeah, they have it open up. It's like a lot of it's like plexiglass off.
Scott getting sworn in there for the cover of an episode.
But it's really cool. If you guys ever come to Ohio, we should definitely go there.
I could spend hours there.
It's amazing.
Yeah, all things aviation, I'm fascinated by. So,
you know what was fun? I remember I hadn't thought of this in years. Luray Caverns.
Oh, that place was awesome. Love Luray Caverns.
Yeah, it was this big cavern system, and I don't know what town, but
Luray.
How big was it?
It was literally in Luray. Well, the spot that you could go into is a decent size, but there's a lot of areas that are, I won't say that are undiscovered, but you can't see. But that system runs.
But I mean, like
20,
Bat
30
Cave
miles?
size, it was like 5 Bat
Huge.
Caves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say, yeah.
like Batman Bat Caves.
And they had this, they had this pipe organ.
Is that
down
a
there,
unit
but-
of measurement? Bat caves?
Yeah, I'm trying to explain it to the average person.
It's huge. That one's 5 Bat Caves.
5
Yes,
of
but
those
which
would fit in there.
Bat cave are we talking?
How many Christopher Nolans or?
Well, are we talking
Any
Batman
Rex,
Begins Bat Cave
Bat
or
Caves?
the Dark Knight Bat Cave?
That's true. So there's a pipe organ down there, and part of the system of how it works is it has these little plungers that hit these stalactites, and they
No
have
way.
like, this reverb. It's incredible to hear that thing play down in the cavern's unbelievable. Yeah.
But it's not gross down there. There's actually no bats, right?
No, I don't. I never saw any bats.
There's like ponds and water, but it's all like
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, we
Remember
got a
the
few
two-
cave
Remember
systems
those
in
two
Ohio.
rocks that look like fried eggs? Do you remember that randomly?
Yeah.
They literally look like 2 eggs, like with a yolk and everything. But yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
Luray
funny.
Caverns is gorgeous. But that's in the town of Luray. It's out in the Shenandoah Mountains, Blue Ridge Parkway.
We've got a couple tourist attraction caves around Ohio like that, but nothing like huge like that.
Yeah, this place is massive.
They're pretty neat. I always wanted to go down to Mammoth Cave. I think that's in Kentucky.
Yes.
Is that-
Oh, Kentucky has so many caves. I'd like to go to
Right.
Carlsbad one day, but I've been to the caves in Bermuda, which are gorgeous. Crystal caves.
In Bermuda?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun.
I was there in April.
told you, Scott. Let's do a Bermuda trip.
Okay.
Cruise is cheap as shit.
Cruise leaves right out of Boston. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah,
I
you did
went
tell
there.
me that. Yeah.
I went there in April
So
for my fourth
like
time.
we could probably do
Incredible.
2 of the IJ cruises for what we paid. You know, for the-
So Nate and I combined, we paid whole week. All your drinks are included. All your tips, $12.50 a person.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. Friday to Friday.
7 day.
well, I mean,
Leaves
you
right
still
at-
have to fly, but we don't. So it's
Yeah,
convenient.
leaves right out
Right.
of Boston Harbor.
Yeah. That's got to be a long cruise going the whole way down the eastern seaboard like that.
It's two days at sea on the way down. 3 days in Bermuda, a little less than 3, 2 days back.
Because
So,
Bermuda's
Yeah,
only
okay.
technically off North Carolina. I mean, it's
it's
far
like
out, but
700 miles out. Yeah, so it's kind of off the coast of like southern North Carolina, but
Oh, okay.
it's in the Gulf Stream, so it's warm and the water's like this turquoise blue that is just hard to describe. It's stunning, and it's 19 miles by like a mile wide. It's a small island.
Yeah.
But gorgeous. Yeah,
Never been. No, I'm sad.
you'll go one day.
It's funny going back to your never been to that one theme park or whatever that was like an hour away or 20 minutes away, whatever. It's like,
Oh, King's Dominion.
yeah, we used to go to Cedar Point like at least once a summer. It was great because sometimes like wherever my parents would work or my sister would be working a summer job or whatever, they'd get tickets and be like, "Hey, you want to go to Cedar Point for $4? Like, yes, I do." So we do class trips there sometimes. Like my senior year in high school, they actually did an official class trip there for our physics class. Let's do some quick experiments and then go ride rides all day.
Demon drop and
Yeah.
How far do you live from Sandusky?
It's about 70 miles from us.
Not bad.
I had a class trip like that where it was like for the class, but really like the teacher just wanted to go. Like I went to
Kennedy Lake.
No,
I'm dead serious.
Oh.
no, it's like a 3-day trip to Philadelphia, and I got to go for my chemistry class.
That's pretty badass.
There was nothing to do with chemistry there, but the teacher just wanted to go.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was
Chemistry
it was
between
fun
the teacher
time.
and that one student. Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if I've ever been to Philly.
It was a good
been there
time.
a couple
We went to Dave and Buster's, like as part of a class trip. No, that's actually a funny story because we, the hotel we were staying at was like across the street from a Dave and Buster's. So the teacher was like, "All right, like let's go to Dave and Buster's for the night." And we got there.
But you meant like the Philly? That's the only place that has a Dave and Buster's. Let's go.
Well, this was in what, like 2005? So this was before Dave and Buster's had like blown up. So it was like more of a novelty place. And we got there and our group wasn't allowed in at first because we had too many children. And we didn't fit the like children to adult ratio. And so this random couple was like going in to just like have dinner. And we were like, "Hey, can you just pretend that you are chaperones for this group? Let us in and then go off on your way." And they did. They were super cool about it. They were like, "Yeah, we're teachers too." And then we all got let in. We went to Dave and Buster's.
We're on a field trip as well.
My group of friends got in trouble because we all got, like toy lightsabers from the prize place. We got like giant size pixie sticks and toy lightsabers, and we got all hopped up on sugar and we were lightsaber battling in the hallways of the hotel, and we got nose complaints. That was a good trip. I don't know if I would consider it a vacation, but it was a really fun trip.
Like, counts as a vacation. Sounds like the first time you had like fun going away. I mean, sounds better than Daytona at least.
I mean, I always had fun on those trips. It just, it wasn't what I wanted to do. It was fun though.
I remember
we got Dave and Buster's over here. I was like, I'm gonna go all the fucking time. I think I went one time with Graham, right?
Yeah.
It was like one of my birthdays. That's the only time I was ever there.
Yeah, we got one on the next exit up from where I live, and we never go. We might go
I
there
think
once a year for a party or something.
I think that's the only time that I've been to that one.
Yeah, you gave me the groom's gift or whatever. That
that was the night that I asked you to be in my wedding. I went to like a couple years before that. I had a birthday at one. I don't remember where it was though.
Oh, I had an unrelated question. So the clocks just fell back.
Ugh.
Seasonal depression? Question mark.
Oh, I always get it. Yeah,
I'm
like always very mopey when it starts getting dark early like this.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
I don't know. I don't mind the seasonal depression, but this particular daylight savings like super messed me up this morning. Because if it had been any other Sunday, it would have been the perfect Sunday. Like the kids slept in like a half hour later than they normally do. So if it was any other Sunday, they would have woken up at 7:30 in the morning. Like that is perfect. The perfect amount of sleep. But them waking up and having the clock still say 6:30 was just so disheartening. Cause like 6:30 is always their wake up time. And I know that I still got the extra hour of sleep, but still seeing that 6:30 on the clock just like broke my spirit a little bit.
It hurts.
Yeah, it throws you off because it's brighter in the morning now too, but obviously way darker when I get out of work. Pretty much when I leave work, it's pitch dark already. It's like
Yeah, that's what I hate. It's like you get out of work and it's dark, and you get up and get out of work and it's dark. Like this sucks. Just days are so short in wintertime. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like instantly cold. Well, at least I don't know about in Ohio, but like today, I just went outside. I'm like, I'm not wearing a jacket, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, it's freezing out here.
Yeah.
Oh, I've missed the cold so much.
Yeah, temperature dropped like
gross.
last Wednesday, I guess, right before trick or treat and everything. It's like, it's like, why is it now in the 30s? This sucks.
I'm a huge hoodie guy, so it being 85 degrees until mid-September or like early October, like just kills me inside because I yearn for the hoodie.
Well, if it just stayed like this for until March, I'd be cool with it. Temperature-wise, I just hate the snow in the winter.
Yeah, I mean that's just called fall, but that doesn't happen anymore.
I just hate the single digit nights or below.
Yeah, when it's cold, I hate that. Just
Oh,
And I
everything
love
hates
if it's freezing when I'm sleeping, but
Oh, yeah.
awake, like I don't want it to be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a cold sleeper.
I'm a cold sleeper, daddy.
62 degrees is my ideal sleeping temperature.
You'd love it at my house. Actually, at night, I think it's like 57 is what our heat goes down to.
Pat's
Did you
house,
hear-
I mean, I haven't been there in 5 years, and that place is brutally fucking cold.
Well, it's because we
I
run
mean, you
propane,
like
it's
feel
so
it in the
expensive.
bones.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I'm assuming you're used to it at this point, but
Yeah.
when we lived in Goffstown, I mean, that was just years of living in that basement room of just like your bones would fucking ache.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cold down there for sure. Nothing worse than hearing that furnace down there humming along, but all the heat's going upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You just see the money signs of like it's $1.50, $2.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we were broke ass motherfuckers in that place.
Yep.
It was a good time though.
Oh yeah, it was.
I don't know. I got one more thing for us.
Sweet.
All right, well, keep going then.
I need your. So I was browsing Reddit the other day, and I came across this post from about 5 years ago that really resonated with me, and I feel like would resonate with most of the people in this call. So it's from Am I the Asshole? And it is, am I the asshole for making my boyfriend get rid of his toy collection?
My boyfriend?
Yeah.
Not even husband?
Oh, all right, so I'll read you guys the story, and then I want to hear your
I just want to know
All right.
how long they've been together first.
live reactions.
2 weeks.
I mean, was it sex toys?
All right. My boyfriend has always
Pocket
called
pussy.
himself a kid at heart. He collects toys from quite a few different series: wrestling, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, X-Men, anime, etc. We're in our 20s.
Oh, no.
Scott sweating over here.
That's way too old to be buying toys.
But they aren't
His
for,
wife's listening outside of the door.
but they aren't for collecting purposes. They're all out of the box, and he plays with them. Whenever he thinks I'm asleep, I can hear him mimicking the voices of the characters or doing commentary, and I'll peek into the room and see him actually playing with him. That's another thing. It's a small apartment, and he's got a whole room just for the toys.
Oh, that's
And a
creepy.
whole dresser full of parts and cards. There's guns and weapons, but they're confined to that room. None of them are
Okay.
anywhere else. When he comes home from work, it's the first thing he does. He plays with the toys. We get packages from eBay or Amazon almost twice a week, but he still makes time for me. I thought it was cute and endearing at first, but we've got a baby on the way. And my friends are laughing at me. Sounds like you're dating a 12-year-old. With the baby, I want to use the room for something like a nursery. I politely asked him how he'd feel about getting rid of them, but he said no. I said something about giving them to charity, but he said no again. I brought up that it could give us a lot of extra money if we sold them, but he still denied it. I asked him about the baby, and he said we'll just budget it out like we always do, how he'll spend less on figures, but his collection is out of the question. I told him that they could make some other kid very happy. He still said no. The teasing from my friends continued. They all kept telling him he needed to grow up. Word got to his father. According to my boyfriend, his father wouldn't let him buy anything like that after 12 years old, but when he moved out, he could buy all the figures he wanted. I showed his dad pictures of the toy room, and his dad was shocked. He got mad and said, we're stopping that right now, that he wanted to help him grow up. This morning, my boyfriend was asleep, and his dad came over. We grabbed a trash bag and just started grabbing
Oh, no.
handfuls and putting them
Oh,
in the
no.
trash bags.
Oh no!
When he was almost done, I told
can't
my
do that.
boyfriend what was going on and that it was for his own good. He ran out, saw the room was empty, and saw his dad with 2 big trash bags, leaving with them. He tried
this is when
taking
somebody
the
got shot,
bags, begging him to stop, but he didn't. His dad said it's time to grow up. And so his, he was arguing with his dad. His dad, he tried telling his dad, like, this is all I have. His dad said, you've got, your woman and a baby on the way. You don't need your toys. His dad left. He said he was tossing them all in the trash. I told my boyfriend I was sorry, but it had to be done. I was thinking about the baby. He yelled at me, asking how I could throw away all his collection. For context, his dad didn't actually throw them out. He donated them to charity. Was I in the wrong?
Yeah, you didn't have to just get rid of them. You can keep them, but just put them in a
Fucking
closet.
facets to this.
Yeah, put them in
Yep.
storage or something, or like you said, sell some of them if he wants.
Yeah.
If he can part with some of them.
Wait,
That reminds me
so
of-
his
Now,
entire
now nobody wins. They just threw them
Yeah.
out or donated them.
wait,
I thought
his
you needed the money
entire
for your
collection
kid.
was just in the 2 bags.
Apparently,
'Cause
yeah.
I was gonna say lightweight.
Yeah, but still, Kyle, it reminds me of Jerry's when he kept drugging that woman to play with her toys.
Oh,
He's like,
But, like, could you stay with someone even if they were pregnant with your future child? Could you stay with someone if they, like, called your dad and conspired with your dad to throw away your entire toy
pretty
collection?
messed up.
Like,
Let's
could you...
start off in the first part? It is kind of weird that he's like playing with them and
I mean,
sound
yes.
effects.
There's-
But
It's
but
a
not
little
that
there's
weird,
much-
but, like,
it's not the end of the world.
but there's much weirder things he could be doing. He should
Yeah.
be happy if that's all he's doing is making little noises.
but it
and playing with
doesn't,
his
it doesn't
toys.
seem like the guy was saying, like, this needs to be my toy room. Like, the baby can sleep with us. I need my toy time. Like, it just seemed like it was a fun hobby that he was having, and that the woman is just, like, embarrassed about it.
Yeah. Well, my friends are teasing me about it. Well, that's your problem.
I don't think I could ever stay with someone who did something like this to me.
Yeah, because it's very distrustful. Yeah, I think that's pretty fucked up.
Like, most of my toy collection are in totes in my basement right now.
Hmm.
that already gets me worked up. I'm like, what's the situation in the basement? There's like leakage. Is it humid? Like I've asked him that shit before. It's like, what do you
Well,
mean
like-
in the basement?
Think of the toys.
But, like, I put them in there because we needed room for our children.
Yeah, I understand. That's what a normal person does.
Yeah,
but
like,
You didn't call. She didn't call your dad to come pick him up and
no, I
Tell
mean,
you to
she
grow up.
never, again,
throw him out.
I never played with the toys or anything. And the main reason that I keep them in the basement is I personally have, like, a personal code that, like, if I have a toy and one of my children asks to play with it, like, I'm not going to tell them no.
Right.
So, like, I've opened stuff to let them play with. So, like, if there's something that I don't want them to play with, it's in the basement. Like, they won't see
you
it.
go.
They don't know it exists. I'm not gonna be the parent that has, like, in-box toys on display and is like, no, you can't play with this. It's a collectible. Well, Scott, what's your, like, I know you've said your children aren't, like, super into all of that, but when they were younger, like, how did you
Decoy toys.
deal with that?
Like, well, I just found an old tub of all my old Star Wars figures and stuff that were like the old beaten up ones. I just let them play with those.
Yeah,
There you go.
did,
Or
like, did you have them out on display though? Like,
No, I mean they were. If they would have actually showed any interest in some of this stuff, I might have let them play with it, but they never really did. I mean, my youngest one did, but he kind of had different stuff he wanted. He wanted more superhero stuff.
yeah. So, like, the only thing that I won't let them play with are Lego sets. Like, I have
Oh yeah,
like a huge Lego Batwing
Oh,
like
yeah.
on our wall, and I have a Lego Optimus Prime like out on display, and those are the only two things that are like you can't play with those because they are like very
They will
breakable.
get destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like action
Oh, yeah.
figures, like if they see an action figure in a box, I'm not gonna say like, no, that toy is just for like, it's just for display. Like I'd feel
You
bad.
just left out, like, not even a current thing, just like a 1995 Luke Skywalker, like Power of the Force, like a worthless figure, but in the package, put it on the counter. Would they open it up if you weren't around?
No. But they would ask to play with it. And I'd let them. Like, I'm not gonna keep toys in our house that can't be played with. That they know about.
That they know about.
Yeah, when they're older,
I got a whole room full of them here.
yeah, when they're older and they're not interested in that, I will probably display them again. But like right now, when Spencer's 5, I'm not gonna put toys out that he can't play with.
Yeah.
There's no way I'd let a kid like touch my video game collection though. Like some of those fucking games, like no way. Like there's like multiple $300 games that are just open sitting in there.
Well, do you have the
Oh, geez.
system to play them on?
No,
Then
irrelevant.
then it's irrelevant. Like,
Kyle starts.
I still
schooling
wouldn't
on
let
some
him-
kids.
so I have Marvel
Well-
vs. Capcom 2 for the Dreamcast. I haven't had a Dreamcast since.
well, no kid's gonna
2002.
want to play with it.
But
a
I know
video
that, but
game
if
that
he
they
was like,
can't
"Oh,
play.
I want to see that game," I'd be like, "No fucking way, Sonny."
Like
And I
that's
could just sell that, but I like refuse to.
yeah, that's easier to explain to like they understand like you can't play this, so like they don't care. But if they see an action figure in a box that like I want to play with that. Like I know who Batman is. I want to play with Batman.
Yeah, a lot of it just depends on what it is. Like all this old stuff, like a lot of these just break so damn easily now because the plastic.
Well, I've
is
had,
years old,
like-
you know.
This is sitting right next to me. But your kids like want to play with this random Michael Myers like Dr. Loomis set. Would they like, I want to
That
open
thing's
that?
awesome.
Yeah. It's an action figure of a
I
person.
meant
I
fair
play
enough.
Yeah, but like that's something that you have to come to grips with as a parent. Like I have figures that like Spencer has broken that has made me like upset that he broke, but like you can't be mad at him. Like
He's doing what kids do.
yeah, like I said to myself before he was born, like if I have toys from my collection out, like I'm not going to tell him he can't play with it. So that's just like something you have to come to grips with as a parent. Like I have, like an armored Batman that has like big, like wings and stuff for it that the wings broke like recently, like within the last couple weeks. And like, I can't be upset with him for that. Like it's a breakable toy. Like it broke cause he was playing with it.
I remember recently I mentioned that McFarlane Red Hood versus Nightwing like pack. I was like, remember we bought that? We went to Target. We both got it. Like that thing's worth like $90 right now. I was like, oh, I let my son open that a while ago. I was like, but in reality, I was talking about it with Jen. She's like, what do you even care? You don't sell any of your shit. You're
Yeah, I
never
mean,
going
if you're not planning on selling it, like, what does it matter?
I mean, if I had kids and they were like starving or, I had to pay a bill, I'd probably do it. But otherwise, I would probably not eat if it meant selling something. I know it sounds so stupid.
The stuff that I care about, I put in storage. Like, if I care about him playing with it, like, I put it somewhere where he can't find it.
Right, out of sight, out of mind.
But if I
didn't try to sell
display
that
something,
fucking card though.
if I display something and he asks to play with it, like, I'm not going to tell him no.
I tried to do that with Heidi, but she never wants to play with it.
Stupid. Anything else to add?
No, I'm good.
Just keep it pointless.
Keep it pointless.
Keep it pointless.
Keep it pointless. God bless.